Hello and welcome to this video. Today we will be working on this whole area around my house where I plan to build sort of like a ski resort, or you could say like skiing and just enjoying different activities in the snow. And yeah, I just hopped right into it, and what I like to do first for builds on my own island is mapping out pathing, like where I want to lead the path to, and then planting trees and shrubs and nature basically, to make it look tucked in sort of, because I want this to be a very cozy and foresty area. And my villagers were of course very interested in what I was doing. I think everyone can attest to villagers' curiosity when building. And here you see me put down some extra snow patches because I plan to put these ski things on there, and then I decided to put the safety railing behind because I kind of wanted to give it the feeling of leaning against the railing sort of, so that you can stack the skis there. Yeah, and then I'm continuing with more trees all around to give it the right feeling, and because I wasn't too sure where the pathing would end up at the door of the house, I sort of did like this back and front kind of pathing thing, because I want to have a branch of the path leading to the left, where I plan to build some ski lifts later on up into the mountains. Also, just if some of you might find the build I do here familiar, I got the idea for this cabin and ski thing from Mialand, I think it was, on Instagram, and some of the codes I'm going to use, as well as the ski lift idea, I got from Nina, or Ninilly, I think is the YouTube channel. So yeah, you might have seen some of the ideas I'm putting down here already, but I try to give it my own brand somehow. Yes, and as you saw me putting down the string lights and actually the wedding bench here, I just wanted to have a small cozy seating area in front of the cabin, because I feel like it fits the vibe, so that when you come back from skiing, or you just want to have a short break, you can just sit down there and relax the nice forest view. Also, because I think you've seen me do that a couple of times now, I like to map out placement for trees and shrubs both, to be honest. with just digging a hole into the ground first and then planting the nature later on. Oh yeah, and I kind of found this fossil in my storage. I actually hadn't planned to use that here, but I just thought it could kind of be viewed as an elk or moose in the forest just behind the chalet. Oh yeah, and here I'm building up a bit of cliff space and cutting out most of it exactly to put the ski lifts on, because I wanted to give it more of a mountain view. And as I mentioned in my first video about this island, there will be the more urban parts behind the cliffs you see behind the cabin house and all. So I definitely needed some more space in front. Yeah, and then I'm actually putting in the ski lift build right now, and I just have to admit I'm so thankful to Nina that she did that, because it's just like it's a genius idea. I really love that, and also those skiing trails are hers as well. Yeah, and please don't judge the placement of the codes. I sort of forgot to download the smaller parts and had to add them in later. So yeah, I just had to put them anywhere where I still had some room left. So now on top of the cliff I'm continuing the ski lift part, and I wanted to make it a bit diagonal so that you could see both of them from at the bottom, and give it more of a dynamic view, I feel like. And then I'm just adding in some mountain vibes using those dormant volcanoes with the snowy or winter version, and as well mapping out some more tree spots. And then I think, yes, there was a cut with different lighting. I'm sorry, I had to skip a day, or more like I accidentally skipped a day when closing the game because I had to take a break in between. Yes, but I think it's not too bad. Yeah, just collecting all the stuff that, of course, accumulated right where I was building. Some more ski trails. Oh yeah, and then getting rid of the snowball. And of course all the holes I dug disappeared. And yeah, me struggling to get to the right place for tree placement. And also, just as a heads up, the trees won't stay that little. I just didn't have enough fully grown trees at the moment, so I just planted the smaller ones and will let them grow in naturally. Then just adding some vines and more trees in front to give it more of the forest vibe all around. So what I plan to do in this whole empty front part is I actually don't remember the English word. It was something I found very funny, where you use your sleigh or something similar and go and ride it down a hill. I don't know. Yeah, I plan to build something like that, and just starting to create the outcrops, I would say, to that right now. And yeah, you have this little path leading to that area and trees surrounding it, and just me running around all over the place trying to figure out if it will fit or not. But I can assure you I made it fit, and I think it looks quite nice at the end. Yeah, so now I had placed enough trees and started to lay out this snow trail, or the it's not sleighs. I mean, I used the safety, oh god, how is it called? Now me forgetting all the names. I hope I can remember what I wanted to say and fill in the word on the screen, but you will see the item in a moment. Oh yeah, the life ring. Oh my god, I wanted to say safety ring or something. Ah well. Yeah, because I think when I downloaded the code or found the code for that on Pinterest, I think it was, I saw the creator also using those life rings, and I thought about using the VOC item that we got with the new update, because that would have also been funny. But I really like the life rings with the color they add to the build, and yeah, so that's why I used them, and then just adding in some fencing, because I remembered that fencing was actually a thing. Yes, preparing that little area with the last code for something I'm going to place down at the end of this build. Yes, and then I think exactly placing some more moss on the ground and some flowers in a second as well, to make the nature part of it all come to an end almost, or yeah, completion. And as you notice, exactly, there's this patch in the front where it was just empty and I didn't really know what to do, so I decided to create another frozen over pond here, and tricked a bit at the edges with a leaf pile and a tree. Oh yes, and finally found the last missing safety railing as well for the skis. So those are basically just the last finishing touches I'm putting down, at least in this area. And yeah, Chester just running around and having the time of his life, and he will be leaving. He won't be getting to enjoy this much longer. I'm so sorry. Only some more errand codes as well, and a little snow angel here at the bottom, because I thought, why not? And because it felt kind of empty a bit. Yeah, and I think the last thing I did was I add this little mountain standee, and then I'm going to go through some flowers and then hop over to the right side and plant some last trees, I believe, because I kind of left the right side out a bit from the build, because as you might have seen or remember, there's the land bridge I'm planning to build later on, and I'm not really sure as of yet how big the land bridge will need to be, so I didn't want to close it in too much and then not have enough room left when I'm going to build that at a later point. So yeah, and then I got kind of distracted with the front area here. I don't know why, just thought it was fitting to add in some shrubs there, apparently. Yes, exactly. Now will be the time where I'm going to start planning out tree placements. Exactly, you will see me put down some holes in the ground for where I want to place trees. Make it much more of a forest area. Yeah, and the very, very small tree will be growing, I think, at least 1 or 2 stages, but I just didn't have enough tall trees. Yeah, just me filling in all the trees. And then exactly one of the decayed trees, and I think that's almost all of them. Just me checking if I forgot something and just adding in some last finishing touches with some coats, walking around, checking if I forgot something. And yes, we're almost done. Just let me leave you with the montage of this build, and I hope you really enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye bye.